The loudest sound ever recorded was the eruption of a volcano on the Indonesian island of Krakatau on the 27th of August 1883. The eruption caused 2/3 of the island to collapse, as well as tsunami waves reaching 151 feet, with ships feeling the effects all the way in South Africa. The sound deafened sailors 40 miles away, as well as being heard in Australia, described as sounding like a close gunshot. The eruption's shockwaves travelled around the world 3 to 4 times. The casualties are estimated at 120,000 overall. This is only the loudest sound recorded. Do you think there's ever been a louder sound during human existence that we couldn't record? Let me know in the comments. When I say Velociraptor, you probably think of this. But in fact, they're only about the size of a turkey, standing at 3 foot tall and 6 foot long, weighing no more than 45 kilograms, or 100 pounds. The Velociraptor, meaning swift thief in Latin, were dromaeosauride theropods, small to medium-sized feathered carnivores with hollow bones, also having 3 toes or claws on each limb. They lived during the late Cretaceous period alongside other dinosaurs such as the Triceratops and Tyrannosaurus rex. Estimations put the Velociraptor at reaching speeds of 40 miles per hour. Fast, but that's not even beating the modern day cheetah. There are other raptors such as the UTAHRAPTOR that are close to the size you see in Jurassic Park, but let's be honest, Velociraptor just sounds cooler. Let me know what you think. If I asked you what the highest grossing movie of all time was, you would probably say Avatar or Avengers Endgame. But what if I told you it was a film you've most likely not even watched? And it is Gone with the Wind. The film was released in 1939, making it as old as World War II. The film is a romance set to the backdrop of the American Civil War, following 2 characters' love affair. Guinness World Records estimated the film made $3.4 billion as its global gross when adjusted to the 2014 value, making it confidently #1. Do you think inflation should always be considered for comparing financial success? Let me know in the comments. Pretty much every country in the world has a national animal, such as the bald eagle for the USA, the kangaroo for Australia, the Bengal tiger for India, and the lion for England. However, some countries use the same animals, such as the case with the lion, which is by far the most popular, being used for 19 countries, including England, as I mentioned, as well as Belgium, Norway, Kenya, Sri Lanka, and more. But interestingly enough, the majority of countries represented by the lion do not in fact have them natively. Most know the lion as being a symbol of strength, bravery, pride, and more, even historically being regarded as the king of beasts. So it's easy to understand why you'd want it representing your home. If you had your own country, what would you want as your national animal? Let me know in the comments. The ancient Italian city of Rome is known for its rich history worldwide, with one of its most famous landmarks being the Colosseum, constructed between 72 AD and 80 AD. Also still remaining the world's largest amphitheatre. It acted as entertainment for any and all citizens of Rome, capable of holding around 50,000 spectators, with it being free for major events, all paid for by the emperor, acting as a great way to gain popularity and public support. The Colosseum also had a velarium, a sort of big curtain that would provide shade to spectators on hot days. Now the ones doing the entertaining did not have as many luxuries. The brutal spectacle led to many deaths, with experts guessing around 400,000 gladiators died in total, and even more animals, estimated that in some cases over 10,000 a day were killed. By the 6th century, after hundreds of years of gladiatorial entertainment, changing public taste and new methods of entertainment put an end to it. So let me know, do you think you would have gone to the Colosseum if you lived in Rome at the time? Elvis Presley is one of the most influential music artists of all time. Born on the 8th of January 1935, his big worldwide breakout was Heartbreak Hotel, reaching #1 in 4 countries and being top 10 in many more. After 2 years serving in the army stationed over in Germany, he returned to the US, heavily leaning more into the Hollywood side of entertainment. He starred in a plethora of movies that gradually declined in quality over the 60s. This caused his overall image to also decline, returning in 1968 to live performing in a comeback special. His grand return to stardom only grew, performing in Vegas and across the US, as well as Hawaii in 1973, which was broadcast worldwide, pulling in over 1 billion live viewers. However, unfortunately, a few years later, Elvis died of a heart attack on the 16th of August 1977, at only 42 years of age. He's been gone longer than he was here, yet his legacy lives on, still remaining the best-selling solo artist of all time, and will most likely not be beat anytime soon. When did sunglasses become a thing? It seems hard to pinpoint, but you would probably say somewhere in the last 100 years. However, they are actually 2,000 years old. Now, this is slightly exaggerated as their invention to a certain certain extent, as the Inuit, aka Eskimos, created goggles from animal bones that had small slits blocking as much light as possible while still being able to actually see. Now, sunglasses as we know them today started becoming popular in the early 20th century and have pretty much steadily grown without ever really falling out of fashion. This consistent place in mainstream has led it to being a lucrative industry with brands such as Ray-Ban and Persol. These two, as well as many others, are owned by the Italian sunglasses conglomerate Luxottica, which owns the majority of sunglasses brands, as well as licensing deals with companies such as Prada and Chanel. Now, sunglasses health benefits are also pretty good if you spend a lot of time outdoors, as protection against UV rays, which can lead to sharper vision, less glare, improved colour and contrast. So how often do you wear sunglasses? Let me know in the comments. Crop circles are known for their connections to the extraterrestrial and supernatural. Now, when mentioning crop circles, your man probably thinks of the USA, but in fact the most popular sighting location is England, especially the county of Wiltshire. England reports around 30 sightings a year, with Wiltshire making up 80% of these. Many view them as nothing but hoaxes, with some coming out saying they've created some by flattening grass with wooden panels. However, believers insist some would be impossible to make by a few people, due to the intricate and huge designs, covering areas 300 metres long, bending over hill brows, as well as appearing overnight. All this still baffles many who aren't necessarily believers. However, one of the biggest coincidences in Wiltshire is it's also where Stonehenge is, one of the most mysterious landmarks in the world. Crop circles have been reported since the 17th century, but do you think there's a supernatural or extraterrestrial cause, or is there a realistic explanation? Let me know. Petra, the lost city, is one of the new 7 wonders of the world, located in the country of Jordan and being its most popular tourist attraction by far. This is easy to see why, with it being a spectacular window into the past. It's estimated that the city was established in 312 BC, making it one of the oldest cities in the world. However, was only discovered by the Western world around 2,000 years later in 1812 by Swiss explorer Johann Ludwig Burckhardt, which is understandable as it's hidden, with the only path being a narrow 1-kilometre gorge called the Seat. Archaeologists state that only 15% of Petra has actually been discovered, but with that they've already discovered so much. Petra is home to 800 tombs, giving it another name as the Royal Tombs. Also, the main entrance, known as the Treasury, has actually not been found to have any treasure yet, with bullet marks indicating people, most likely Bedouin tribesmen, have come hunting before, but who knows if they were successful. Would you visit the Stone City? Let me know. What are jellyfish? They're actually one of the oldest species on Earth, being around for millions of years, even predating the dinosaurs. They can be found in pretty much any body of water, cold, warm, deep or shallow, as well as being a variety of colours, some even being bioluminescent, giving off that neon glow. Jellyfish are pretty much what they sound like. Jelly, having no brain, heart, bones or eyes. They have smooth bag-like bodies as well as stinging tentacles to capture prey. As I mentioned, the tentacles catch prey, and jellyfish do in fact have a mouth, consuming things such as fish, shrimp, crabs and plants. The mouth also disposes of any waste, so I guess it's also their butt. Wild jellyfish can live anywhere from a few days to decades depending on the species. However, some are capable of living forever, in theory, having the ability to revert to their polyp state, aka child state, after reproducing, a process that can be done over and over again, the only risk being predators such as turtles. Jellyfish only scratch the surface of the secrets of the ocean, so what else do you think is down there? Let me know. You just got some facts.